Through the times, we uncovered our tradition. To the times, we expressed our emotions. She spills the exploration and definition. Shola unveils, coming soon on the station.
Shola Unveils explores the stories and intricacies of untold cultures and untold lives. This program helps to inspire those whose lives have been colored by trauma, most especially the vulnerable, women and children. Welcome on today's episode of Shola Unveils. I am Shola Popodu. Today's episode focuses on hunger, and it is brought to you in collaboration with the World Food Programme, which is the food aid agency of the United Nations. And we will be taking you on a journey to see the emergency situation in the Sahel region of Africa. Over 1 billion people all over the world are dying of chronic hunger, and if nothing is done, more people will die. However, the World Food Programme was established in 1961 under the auspices of the United Nations to work towards a vision of providing food to victims of civil conflict, war, and natural disasters. The World Food Programme ensures that every man, woman and child have access to food, healthy and active life. Presently, the World Food Programme is the world's largest humanitarian agency, in charge of logistics and specifically focusing on hunger and poverty eradication. World Food Programme is voluntarily funded by three main types of donors, which are the governments, individuals and corporations. Donations are given in three major ways, which are cash, food, for example, beans, oil, flour, salt, sugar, and agricultural tools, and as well utensils used in growing, cooking, and food storage. Now, there is a crisis in the Sahel region of Africa.
This is a devastating drought. It's throwing more than 10 million people into grave food and nutrition insecurity. Today, 1 million children face urgent malnutrition.
The Sahel, a word derived from Arabic, Sahel, meaning shore, is a semi-arid belt of barren, sandy, and rock-strewn land which stretches 3,860 kilometers across the breadth of the African continent and marks the physical and cultural divide between the continent's more fertile south and Saharan desert north. The Sahel belt varies from several hundred to 1,000 kilometers in width, covering an area of just over 3 million square kilometers. In West Africa, the Sahel is also a geopolitical entity comprising Burkina Faso, Cape Verde, Chad, Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, Mali, Mauritania, Niger, the north of Togo, Benin, Nigeria, and Ghana. The population is growing very quickly in the Sahel. There will be 100 million people in the region by 2020 and 200 million by 2050, almost 4 times the current population. More than half of them, 141 million, will live in West African Sahel and Central Africa, and will experience some of the highest temperature increases anywhere in the world over the next few decades. There are already extremely high levels of malnutrition in the Sahel, with children suffering the brunt of hunger and disease. Even in years when rainfall is adequate, the region is on the verge of dying. Drought has been the region's natural climatic disaster for decades. With the emergence of global climate change and deforestation resulting into extreme weather conditions, over 9 million men, women, and children are hungry and in abject poverty. Rain is a problem when it falls, as well as when it does not fall. Annual rainfall is often now coming in short, intense bursts that destroy crops and seeds, and even wash away whole villages. But particularly in Ghana, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, and Chad, scientists believe the region is likely to become much more flood-prone. However, in a bid to play an effective role in empowering, feeding, and providing healthy lives for inhabitants in the Sahel region, where the situation is most drastic, the World Food Programme requires additional funding to achieve lasting success results. So, where do we go from here? Hunger cannot be tackled in isolation, and the World Food Programme is that organization that can address and remedy the situation in the Sahel region of Africa. So, let us join hands together. Let us collaborate. This will help provide more food to boost agriculture and encourage agricultural banking, rural communication, empower and train farmers, most especially men and women. So, for our viewers in Asia, Europe, Africa, Australia, and the Americas, can one person from the Sahel region have breakfast from your wallet, please? Because $1 will feed 4 people. So, help erase hunger today by logging on to www.wfp.org to make your donations. Also, watch out for a televised forum where governments, countries will be invited to discuss the prevailing problems on hunger and publicly pledge a donation of cash or agricultural tools to prefer lasting solutions to the fight against hunger. Do not forget to watch the next international celebrity on the hot seat in the program Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and the next individual donor from the Powerball and Mega Million weekly lotteries in America. These and many more will be streamed over the internet, broadcast on your local television and radio stations. So till next week for another exciting episode on Shola Unveils, I am Shola Okbodu. Bye for now.
Somebody's in despair. Somebody